Okay, we can get started. Hello, guys, and thank you so much for joining our Beacon for Marketers Master Website Engagement with Dynamics 365 Customer Insights webinar. My name is Brittany Overa, and I am a marketing specialist here at Imperium Dynamics. And with me today is Imad Ali. Welcome, Imad.
Thank you so much, Brittany, for queuing me in. Hello, everyone. It's good to see you all. Um, I work as a business analyst at Imperium Dynamics, and I have been working as part of the product team for this product Beacon that we're about to showcase to you. So, super excited.
Awesome. Great. Thank you so much for that quick intro. And firstly, if you are new and joining us here today, we are Imperium Dynamics, a proud Microsoft partner based in downtown Chicago, dedicated to bringing your vision alive within the Microsoft stack. We aim to help organizations of all sizes achieve digital transformation by solving complex problems and delivering long-lasting impact through the Microsoft Cloud solution, with a focus, of course, on increasing the capabilities of people and the performance of businesses. So before we get started, a few housekeeping items. This session is being recorded, and after the webinar is over, you can access the recording via our website. So feel free to revisit it or share it with your colleagues. There will also be a Q&A session at the end of this webinar, so please feel free to submit your questions throughout the presentation using the Q&A chat feature, and we'll address as many as possible. We'll also be sharing a copy of today's slide deck after the session is over via our website and our webinar page. So you don't have to worry about taking detailed notes. With that said, let's get started. So here is a quick overview of our agenda today, where we will be discussing current Dynamics 365 gaps and challenges, as well as Beacon solution features, along with a live demo and a Q&A. But before that demo, let's get into those gaps and challenges. So right now within Dynamics 365, you are unable to create engaging CTAs directly on Dynamics, which this can lead to the inability to track and engage anonymous website visitors. And this can not lead you to capture leads nor insights via these CTAs. Along with not being able to track these leads, you are also unable to track these CTA performances with real-time data and insights, again, within the Dynamics ecosystem. And yes, of course, you can get third-party integration tools that integrate with Dynamics 365. But these current challenges that this entails is it's very time consuming and a very error prone process. Along with this, it is can be difficult to create dynamic and personalized pop-ups since these third-party integration tools can be just very stagnant and not be able to create and customize your own pop-ups for your right audience. Along with this, it's the analytics and data. Since it's not within Dynamics ecosystem, you have to do a lot of manual data entry and analysis. Now, how does this negatively impact your business? It can lead to missed opportunities, a decrease in conversion rates, a suboptimal marketing spend, and an overall high cost of maintaining integration. It can be inefficient or incomplete with these third-party integrations with Dynamics 365. With that said, Imad, can you please introduce Beacon as a solution for all of these gaps and challenges?
Sure. Thank you for that, wonderful introduction covering all the business aspects. And let me now get into some of the product. And, I want to like go into the product and show it to you. But before that, we got to set the stage. So um, I just want to talk about all the features that are there. And we fit as many as we could in the slide, but I can tell you that there are a lot more. So starting off, you can use Beacon to, create engaging CTAs. You can use pre-built templates so that you don't have to spend a lot of time creating them from blank, right? Just choose a template and start your work, customize all the placement text, anything you want, it's customizable. wherever you want to place it on your website page, whether you want to place it in the center, or towards the left or the right or the top or the bottom. Placement is not an issue. And then once it's published and it's live on your website, obviously you don't want to stop there, right? The actual purpose is to get some information, and so Beacon enables you to get those anonymous visitors information. And then when if they actually submit their information, then you can get those leads as well, right? um, Once you have those leads within Dynamics, because this is a product that integrates natively with Microsoft Dynamics marketing, right? So once you have those leads, you can create those segments and those journeys that you are already, I'm sure, familiar with. So like once you have like all of that data, you kind of want to have those analytics as well. So all of that comes with Beacon, and it's embedding into Dynamics. So enough talk. I think without further ado, let's kind of dive in over here into the demo itself.
Yeah, awesome. And I'll
Right.
stop sharing my screen there so you can present the demo.
All right, so let me just open up the correct window and share it. Okay, here we are, right? So
Yes.
this is Beacon inside Microsoft Dynamics Marketing, right? This is a navigation that Dynamics visitors are very familiar with. They have all of their, the all the items that they use, and the idea is that we want this to be inside Dynamics because we don't want your marketing team to, go somewhere else to design their pop-ups. We want them to be able to have this tool like on their discretion within Dynamics, and that's why we have placed this and integrated it natively with Dynamics, right? So when you're in Dynamics, scroll down, click on Beacon, and here you'll see this starting page, right? So we can either go and get started, or if you want, we have the capabilities of AI integrated. So let's say I want to ask AI which one of my CTAs is the one that's getting the most leads. So I'm just gonna say, recommend to me the one that's getting the most leads. And what it's gonna do is it's gonna take a second and then tell me that, hey, you have all of these templates, and then this one seems like it's the one that's generating the most leads. So you can use this, right? Um, so you can either go with that, or if you want, you can just go inside. Um, and then once you get started, you have these two options, right? So over here you'll see coming soon. So this is something that we are currently working on. We're always looking to improve our product, add more features. For now, what you can do is you can go to our sorry, pre-built templates, and then you'll see like a host of them, really. You have different ones, different color schemes. Um, if you want like a banner, you can choose that, and like several different ones that you can start off with. Let's begin over here. I think choose this one. Um, okay, so before I go that actually, so on the top you might have noticed I have these tabs, right? So this is a default tab. That means these are the default templates I can start with and start customizing. Or if I actually want to view the ones that I have published previously. So this is one that I have published, right? And I'm going to show this to you later on. Um, these are some that I had saved, but not exactly published. And then this was one that was published earlier, but then I decided to unpublish it because I was testing really. But yeah, so you can unpublish as well, and you can view all of those over here, right? So back to where I was. Let's go to template number 7. And what that does is, first of all, it opens the styling editor over here, right? Uh, you'll see all of these different options. Not to get confused, I'm just going to guide you on um, how to use this product. It's pretty simple, I think. So what you do is you first of all choose the layout, right? Do you want it to be on the bottom right, on the center, bottom center? Let's go with this one, right? And then you can actually put in the website that you want to preview this on, right? So this was the one that I was working on. This is from the Imperium Dynamics website. So if I want to publish on this website, what I can do is I can give that URL over here, and then what they'll do is it's gonna play that website in the background just to kind of give me an idea of how it's going to look, before I publish. So it's kind of like a preview feature, preview before we publish. So now that I'm done with selecting my layout, let's move on to style. And we have a bunch of options. Let's go through them one by one. So first of all, this is a setting for the overall pop-up itself, right? Um, do I want like a background image, or can I do like a color? Let's keep it white for now. Um, and then if I want to, like have an image, I can use generated using AI. So let's have a look at this here. So let's say I want to like a picture of a cat, just because. So I'm gonna say a cute cat, right? And what this is gonna do is it's gonna use AI, the DALL-E model, to actually generate an image of the prompt I give it, right? So it takes a couple of seconds, but now we can see that here we have picture of a cute cat. It's pretty cute. And then I can add it if I want to. I think I'm just gonna go with this right now. Uh, and explore some other options. Do I want to increase the width? I can if I want to, right? And alignment, background size. Do I want to customize the border, make it more pointy, right? So I can do that. So it's become more pointy now. But let's, for uniformity's sake, keep it the same, right? And then let's put on a border, I think, because this is white. So, and our background is light colored. That's the advantage of having a background, like your website in the background. So I think let's give it like a dark border. Let's choose a border style. I think solid looks good. Let's increase the border width. Okay. I think now this helps make my pop-up, stand out, or pop up. No pun intended.
Mhm.
Um, and then I can go to the image styling, um, and what that does is really gives me the option of choosing the image, right? So this image over here I can choose from a local file, or again I can just generate it using AI. um, Text styling. So let's say I want to change this text, I can change it over here, right? I can say, hey, uh, let's say Microsoft, oops, let's say Studio to make customized chatbots, right? But this looks like very, I would say, vanilla, and it's not really good in terms of marketing. So what I can do is, if I have a writer's block, I can just say rewrite with AI and select a tone. Let's say enthusiastic, style is persuasive, maybe, or detailed. Let's go, and then ask the AI to rewrite it. And what I'll do is it's gonna use AI to rewrite it, and then I can just add it, right? So there we go. Now we have that. Um, and then I can change my other text. Um, uh, there are a lot of different settings, font color, if I want to change like the font color, text alignment, its margin, right? Um, then we have our field, right? Input field. So it maps back to dynamics, right? And you want to capture the information of the people, so that's why we have these input fields over here. And what that'll do is that'll enable your visitors to enter the information and then submit their information, right? So you can choose from over here which field to map it to. Let's do email, because I think we need something that we can contact them with, right? And then we don't want the placeholder to be enter your name, because we want them to enter their email. So let's change this one. You can change the text color, the size of the font, right? Do I want to make it more bold? I can do that. Change the overall width, right, of this styling box. Add a border and a host of different settings, really, which I'm sure if you ever come across Beacon, you'll be exploring and using. Um, Finally, we have the submit button at the bottom, right? We can change the button, the text on the button, the color of the button, right? Its font size, and all of the different settings that you can imagine. Um, and then, so once we're done with, like, the overall styling of the pop-up, I can go to the publish tab, right? Give it a name, uh, let's say right now, because we're having this, let's say LinkedIn webinar showcase. I don't know the spelling of LinkedIn, I'm sorry. It's very confusing. But and then I can click on save. What that'll do is it's gonna save that as a record in Dynamics, right? So if I want to use that later on, I can do that. I'll give it a second to save, and then go to publishing options. So now I've styled it, and now I really want to push it onto my website. So this is where the publishing options come into play. So we have, first of all, you'll see we'll come to these later, right? So we have the tag name. So Beacon is using Google Tag Manager GTM at the backend. So what it does is it automatically creates a tag inside Google Tag Manager, and then the Google Tag Manager is going to create a tag on your website, right? So this is going to be the tag name with the suffix and the prefix, to kind of make it easily identifiable amongst your other Google Tag Manager tags, right? So it generates the tag name automatically. Then moving on to triggers. So when do we want to show our pop-up? Do we want to show it as soon as someone lands on our page, right? Do we want to show it when they scroll a bit on our website? Maybe they're like scrolling 50% and then we want to show it, right? We can do that. Or do we want to show it when they're about to exit? So when their cursor is going toward the cross or the back button, we can kind of trigger the exit intent. Or bunch of different options: elapsed time, inactivity, maybe they're open your website and haven't been active. So that those are all the different options that you can really use over here. So um, and then where do I want to publish it, right? So do I want to publish it on all pages that are linked with my Google Tag Manager, or do I want to publish it on a specific URL? So I can give it the URL. Let's do like imperiumdynamics.com right now, just for okay. And then if I want to like schedule it for later, like for example, you have the holiday season coming up, Christmas and all, right? And uh, you want your marketing team to be able to enjoy the holidays, but also you don't want to miss out on the opportunity, that all the buzz that will be created. So what you can do is you can just design and save a pop-up in advance, and you can just schedule it, right? You can just say, I wanted to publish on the 25th of December, and then stop publishing on whatever date. Right? So you can schedule it if you want to design beforehand, and then schedule it, right? So you're always ahead of the game. um, okay, now that we have like these options done, we have some other of the option. Let's go through generate the HTML. Okay. Oops. So I need to select a trigger setting, so that's what it's telling me. So let's do this right now. Okay. And then if you want to use like the generated HTML, so the one that we just designed, it has a whole HTML. So you can just use it as a designer and then use your HTML separately if you want to. You can download it or copy it. And then let's look at our details before publishing it. So this is kind of the whole overview of the everything we set up, right? The tag name, the publishing options. I think I chose this trigger, and then I did not schedule it right now. So this is all. And then when I click on publish now, it's going to publish. So right now I have one published. So I'm just going to go to that one just to show you uh, how it's going to look like, right? So let's go to our website, and then I publish it on the events page, right? So let's go to the event page. Okay. And so this is the one that I had made previously, right, on my own time. It's a very like basic one, but kind of wanted to showcase how it's going to look like on the website. So here we see it's on my website now. I can cross it if I want to, or if I click it, that's gonna generate an activity inside Dynamics, and just my viewing it is also like getting that data. And if I want to, I can just enter an email. Let's go with like maybe Brook or something like, and then right, then when I submit it, kind of gives me like a thank you message, and now that is a lead inside Dynamics, right? So let's go back to our Dynamics systems over here. Okay, so here we have the pop-up that I had published earlier. It's saved as a record inside Dynamics. This is a Dynamics view, right? And it so shows me the status of the CTA. Let's open it up, right? And here it shows me the total unique anonymous users. So that means that four different people have actually visited that pop-up or viewed it or clicked it, right? And then three people have actually submitted it. So that means a conversion rate of 75. Coming down, I have the views and the clicks. So that means there have been around 30 clicks, and that equals the number of anonymous users. So now you might be wondering, so these anonymous users are 30, but over here it's 4. So this basically creates a user every time someone does an action. So but when we are actually calculating the conversion rate, we want it to be unique. So we only want to count the exact number of people. So even if they click like 10 times, it's just one person, right? So we want to count it as one while calculating the conversion rate, but we also want to get all of those 10 clicks. So that's what we're doing over here. And then we have some of the leads, these three leads that were created. So those are also visible inside the pop-up record itself. Um, let's have a look at the anonymous users table itself. So over here, these are all the records that are created anytime someone clicks or views. We can get the fingerprint ID and the IP address to kind of have those unique values to store these records against. And then moving on to like leads, right? So let's kind of refresh over here. Okay, so here I see the lead that I had just submitted earlier on, and what that does is automatically links to the beacon that I had created earlier on. And if I open one that I had made earlier, for example this one, so here I can see that I did not get the first or last name because my beacon is only asking for the email. So I did get their email over here, right? And also, as soon as they submitted the lead, all their activity was created against this lead. So they clicked, right? They viewed it, then they clicked it again, and then they submitted the lead. So all of this is being tracked inside the beacon, right? And this is kind of the end-to-end scenario from designing the beacon to publishing it and then getting that information, right? So I think this is mostly it from my side, and it was kind of fun. And I guess back to you, Brittany.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much for that very detailed and amazing demo. I think one of the things that I really like the most about Beacon is that, for example, a user can click 10 times, like you mentioned, and they're anonymous, right? But as soon as they submit a form, you can see all of that history and it's not anonymous anymore. So we can exactly see what their journey was before they submitted a form. And this is just a quick recap of all of the features within Beacon, from pre-built templates, styling capabilities, publishing options, using AI, reporting analytics, and the most important one, it is all within the Dynamics ecosystem. And we have now gotten to the Q&A section of our webinar. So if you have any questions, please feel free to submit those and we can answer as many as possible. Okay, so one of the questions was, what was the vision behind Beacon and what does the future look like for this integrated tool?
Hmm. Great question. I think you worded it really well, but it's a very detailed answer that kind of is required. So starting off with what was the vision, right? So uh, currently Dynamics doesn't have an inbuilt feature to design CTS and publish them, right? So we know Dynamics has forms, it has emails like all the designers, but it doesn't have a call to action or pop-up designer and publisher yet. So we wanted that, being a Microsoft partner company that helps companies shift to Dynamics and use Dynamics as their system. We don't want them to miss out on this great opportunity, because CTAs and pop-ups can get really good engagement and a lot of good information that marketers can use. So we kind of wanted to build that product that can be used within Dynamics to build out stylish pop-up CTAs very easily. So that was kind of the vision of it. And then what does the future look like? So we're always I'm from the product team, so we're always adding new features. We're always looking to improve, doing our research, incorporating feedback from our customers and clients. And so one of the things that currently we are working on and that you saw was coming soon was the starting from blank feature, right? Or the drag and drop feature. So you can start from a blank canvas, drag on elements, right? You want like a text, so you can drag the text element, the image element, and create like your own template from scratch, so you don't have to rely on the pre-built templates. So that is something that is currently being worked on in the pipeline, right? And then we also saw the publishing options, so we have like a lot of different options in there. And then one thing more that would be really helpful in there as well would be if you could differentiate on the users that were viewing the pop-up. So maybe I have like a marketing campaign for which I design a pop-up, and that only targets people that are using mobile phones, not laptops, right? So I want to be able to get the information of the visitor on the on my website, see if they're using a mobile phone, and then show them the pop-up. And if they're not showing using a mobile phone, they're using a laptop, then that pop-up is not relevant for them, right? So that sort of thing, even having even more publishing options, even more like differentiations, that's always great for marketing purposes. So that's like one or two things that we are planning for the future. Yeah.
Amazing. No, yeah, thank you so much. And I definitely agree. I think Beacon is a game-changing solution for Dynamics marketers. Another question was, can we put in anything besides an image, for example, GIFs, when creating these pop-ups?
I think that's a great question. And okay, so actually, if you just give me a second over here, I can
Yep.
probably show you one that has like a GIF in it, right? So, okay, yeah, allow me to share my screen. There we go. Okay, here we are, right, on Beacon.
Yep.
And then this template over here, let's let it load for a second. And it has like a GIF on it, right? So, you see here, that's
Yep.
a GIF. So, yep, for sure, we are not limited to images. We can put in GIFs. Videos is one thing that's not possible right now, but again, it's in the pipeline. So we're also working on that part, right? So you can add like videos. Maybe you can add like a a small game, like a spin the wheel thing, right? Spin the wheel, win a discount code, something like that. So all of that is something that we're looking to develop and add. And yeah, great question.
Yeah, amazing. Thank you. And then one last question. Let me share this presentation again. Was does Beacon have a performance analytic tab or tool where it shows kind of the holistic view of all of these CTAs and pop-ups?
Yep, that's a great question. So that's again something that is being worked on. I kind of have like a very beta version or a initial version of it to show you if you want me to, right? And that kind of can give you an idea of the visuals that we can put in. So let me just pull it up again. We're just playing table tennis here, sharing our screens one by one. But okay, right. So this is the performance analytics dashboard, right? It's being worked on right now, and you can see like a bunch of different visuals. So total times all 3 days have been clicked, total times they have been viewed, right? Total leads that have been generated, the conversion rate, right? It's a bit odd right now. It's just test data, and then we can have like the host URL. So anytime you publish it onto like a certain let's say like a URL, then what you can do is you can uh, when the anonymous user or the lead is created, it actually associates that anonymous user or lead with that URL. So you can see that, okay, the pop-up that I had published on that URL is actually performing really well. So for example, we can see that this URL, right, is performing really well in terms of anonymous users. So it has like the most amount of anonymous users. So we're adding more visuals, they're refining this, but the idea is certainly there. Another great question.
Awesome. Yeah, great. Thank you so much. That looks really awesome. So, a few benefits of Beacon. Obviously, Ma did a great job of showcasing the solution and features and how it can bring back ROI. But along with that, some of the more benefits include a higher conversion rate, since now with the CTAs and pop-ups, they can drive website visitors into your sales funnel faster with these personalized and targeted CTAs. Along with that, we have cross-channel campaign consistency in your marketing campaigns by being able to manage all of these CTAs and website interactions all within the Dynamics ecosystem. It's also benefited for targeted engagement. You can leverage this to use your customer insights to deliver highly personalized CTAs for the right audience at the right time. And the most important one, obviously, it is data driven decision making. So having all of these data and optimizations by tracking the CTA performance with real-time analytics within the Dynamics marketing ecosystem, it helps you understand your audience's behavior and interaction patterns. So overall, just a few of the benefits that Beacon provides, which is awesome. And thank you so much for joining our Beacon for Marketers Master Website Engagement with Dynamics 365 Customer Insights webinar. In this webinar, we explored Beacon, a game-changing custom CTA solution curated for marketers using Microsoft Solutions. Beacon helps you create, manage, and track website call to actions and pop-ups. This solution allows businesses to seamlessly collect data from website interactions, enabling targeted marketing activities through Dynamics CRM. By partnering with Imperium Dynamics, you gain access to these innovative solutions that address your challenges head on. Thank you, everybody, for joining, and we hope to see you next time. Thank you so much, Imad. Bye.